Now the day is over, night is very night. Shadows of the evening, the light of the sky. Welcome back to my channel. If today is your first time stopping by, if today is your first time seeing this beautiful and natural face, I am Nana Bema. Welcome back to my channel. What do you remember about the song I just sang? For me, it reminds me of my childhood days, and that is what we are here to reminisce. Yeah, we are here today to remember the good old days, what we used to do, what had changed, and what we are missing about our past. That is our lesson for today. This video is all about fun, so let us know what you remember about your childhood in the comment section. The first thing I want to talk about is when we go to school and we are at worship during assembly. The songs, nobody teaches us the song, so we learn from our seniors, and so as they sing, we pick the words as we hear them. Yeah, so for instance, if it's now the day is over, now the day is over, night is drawing nigh. Who knows mine at that level? So now the day is over, night is drawing nigh. We didn't even know what we were saying, but we were so happy to be singing that song, though it was wrong. But to us, and the teachers too didn't take the pain to correct us. They also enjoyed us singing the wrong songs. And also when we go for, in the mornings, we will go for assembly. Sometimes they will give us roll call, and then those who don't get numbers, the roll call, the essence of the roll call is to instill discipline in us, so that when we grow to be adults, we would respect time. And so if the assembly starts at 7:30, it means by between 6 to 7:30, we should report at school as students and then clean our environment before we go for assembly, and then march to our classrooms. And assembly time, you will see somebody taller than you who will say, I want to be in front, because if, for instance, if your friend, I am fumbling because remembering these things, it gives me so much joy, and I just wish I could go back to those days. Akia made a video and said adulthood is a scam. Sometimes when I watch a video and see her sons talking about marriage, talking about they want to be old, I say, hi, if I can exchange, I would have been a child forever, because adulthood, just as Akia said, is a scam. Still on education, the other thing I want to talk about is walking to school. Yeah, walking to school. In my days, there was no school buses. Yeah, in Bekwai. I think it was only Osekweju. There was an international school that had a school bus then, but that school didn't even last for 10 years, and so almost all the schools in my days, yeah, we were walking. So we would walk to school. I didn't love it then, but sitting down here, I so much love the fellowship, the union between ourselves. We would walk to school, we will be talking, we will be gossiping, we will be insulting our teachers. We did all that as children, and it was so fun. Sometimes you would see your colleague about 2 meters away from you, and you will shout, Mommy be ma, Mommy be ma. So you hear somebody shouting your name, Mommy be ma. Then you would turn, this person distance. Don't forget that if you go late, you'll be punished. But your friend is at a distance. She wants to keep up with you. So what do? Sometimes we walk slowly. Sometimes we stand and you see them running. And when they catch up with you, you will stand for them to relax. Then we increase the tempo and go back to school. In the classroom, I am quiet. I've been quiet since childhood. So when I am the class captain, you have to be in charge of the names of talkatives. And some people, I think even when they are sleeping, they'll be talking. So these people, somebody will talk, and then if I see you talking, I'll write your name. Say, Mame Bema. Then that is for your name to be written means you ought to be punished. Then I'll see you talking again. Then I'll write DP, double punishment. Then I'll turn to see you talking again, DP. So one person can have DP. And some people too, because they enjoy being punished, they don't want to be indoors. That is what I have come to understand. Some people want to be active outside, and so such persons, they would intentionally make noise to be punished. Some people are from rich homes and they never had the opportunity to sweep around, to fetch water for teachers and the rest. And so when they are punished, that is when they will get the opportunity to partake in those activities. So intentionally, there were some people who would make noise to be punished. Again, I want to talk about the togetherness among families. The togetherness among families. I was raised by my father's mother, and so we lived in an enclosed environment. So we were in a self-compound with no other families. So it was about my grandmother, my grandpa, and my aunties and my cousins. But when I go to my mother's side, it's a compound. We live in a compound house. So it's round. But my father's side is not, it wasn't round. It was wooden. But the compound house I'm talking about is one big circular building. I live with my grandmothers. So my grandmother will be in one room with us, then there will be another in another room with her grandchildren. And it was so much fun. Those are the days that you could happily eat from another family without any ill mind. But it is not so today. And again, as children, I remember my mother's mother would bring us food in the evening. Every evening she brings us fufu. And then amongst my cousins, we're about 6 of us. So we will all take morsels one at a time. So we start from the eldest. You take one, I will take one morsel, my next cousin, my other cousin, and we enjoy that. Sometimes when you realize that the food is small, we talk on we did all that, and it was fun. And when it comes to the meat and the fish, those days it was more of fish. So this would be the chancity, the lid of the bowl that we ate from. So if she picks our money, she will count our number. So if we are 6 people, she will divide one amani into 6. She will take apatre. Do you know apatre? Hi. If you don't know and you have not tasted apatre before, you are missing big time. Apatre is like tilapia. It belongs to the tilapia family, and this one is from the lake Osomtri. And trust me, apatre the papa, the biggest you can get is about this size, and tilapia is a mismatch in taste too. Apatre. So she will take apatre and divide into 6. So you take every other meat or fish and divide it into 6. Then starting from the eldest, she will pick, and this will be after we have finished eating. So I'll pick mine, the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. It was so fun. It was so fun, and I wish we could go back to that. As adults, as adults, I don't see that unity any longer. I don't see that unity any longer. So I want to ask, what has changed? What has changed? The other thing on food that I want to talk about is when we get back from school, our parents will not be available. Our parents will not be available to help us do our homework and the rest. The homeworks, we do them in school. Before we come back home, we are done with the homework. So in the afternoons, that is where we learned to make nkati cake, peanut brittle, nkati cake, gari cake, all those cake that we take as snacks. We learn all these as children. And so if you watch our videos, especially the Ghanaian food tubers, they will say childhood memories. This bring back childhood memories. So it was during that time that we were boiling in crew. We were learning how to cook. Sometimes we will pretend to be cooking with sand. Then we'll be doing many papa, we'll be doing many papa. The elders will be mama, papa, and then some of us will be babies crying here and there. It was so fun. It was so fun. May God forgive us. May God forgive us. Woe betide you if you are not able to contribute. This nkati cake and the awamu and the rest, it used to be NC. No contribution, no chop. And so those who couldn't contribute, who didn't have money to contribute, they became the errand boys and girls. And when we are done cooking, we will give them, they will clean the mess and the dishes. Oh God, forgive us. We've not been fair to some people. If you are one of such persons, I want to say we are sorry. Sorry, okay? The last thing I want to talk about is the games. The fun times in the evening. Those days, power was rationed. Yeah, in my town, the power was rationed, and so Asoka will have lights this evening, and then the next evening Nampansa will have light, another evening Tunsium will have light. So that is how it was. And so on the days, whether there is light or no light in the evenings, we have to play. We have to play our song. We have to do Chaskelen was in the afternoon. We played Ludo, we played Oware and the rest, and then Pilolo. Yeah, Pilolo was the order of the day. So the Pilolo, I think some person will hide something. We will all be at one place and something will be hidden and we have to go. It's like treasure hunt. Yeah, so we call it Pilolo. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comment section. It's been years. And then we have Aso. They are so about 6 persons will line up, then one person will be in front. So you jump and throw yourself at the rest, then they will catch you and throw you up. Nobody had an ill mind to let someone fall, but we were doing all this happily. And then also Chaskelen. Hey, I never loved Chaskelen. Because the least thing, I will be crying. I have been a crying baby from childhood. The least thing, I will be crying. So Chaskele, it will not be for me. The Chaskele is a game you put a basket or anything, a basket, a box, anything at one position. Then each one of us will have to throw a milk tin. So sometimes we'll crumble the tin so to give it weight, and then standing at a particular direction, we all have to throw the thing into the box or into the basket, and woe betide you if yours fail to be in the basket. With their sticks, each one of them will hit the tin, and as they hit it, you are expected to run after the container and throw it from that direction into the box. And sometimes in your attempt to pick it up, somebody will hit your hand either mistakenly or with the stick. And so for me, taskeling wasn't my thing. Of all the things that I have mentioned, which of them did you partake, and which of them do you think we can still do as adults? Do you miss childhood? Do you also want to be a child again? Let me know in the comment section. My dear, until you watch another video from me, until you see my face again, I plead that whenever you say a prayer, don't forget to say one for me. I leave you with the peace and the mercies of the Most High. Peace. Oh yeah, respond. Shalom. Bye bye. Chop peace.